field, and they find each other for the completion.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roll and picked up big yardage.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They run it with Carson. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Left side complete to Lockett. And he's got some space here. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Here's Wilson. Rolling to his right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets him back for 2nd down.
Let's go, Deebo. Check 13. Kill. Turn up. Kill, turn up. Left pass.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. On 2nd and goal, Wilson. Quick throw, and that's Eskridge on the slant. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. They'll try to run with Carson. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Escaping the pressure. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. Wilson going to throw for it. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Well, they had that great, long, methodical drive to put it in the end zone. Then they tried to bite off a little more and get 8 points. Instead, they're sitting at 6.
But didn't that feel like a decision that they made on Tuesday?
Yeah. Well, you usually say that's what they do, right?
Right. That's the best one. The best ones do that. They take the emotion out of it. That felt like that was scripted. Hey, if we score on the opening drive, we're going to go for 2 and try and really gain an advantage.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 1st down, Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. And he's brought down. 6-0 our score after 1. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Prescott yet again. That one complete to Elliott. And out of bounds right around the 20. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's a 2nd down. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Here's Prescott. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
quickly out wide to Eskridge. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. On third down, Wilson. They'll roll him out right. They'll find Everett there complete. Shy of the 30.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Steps away. That's complete into the hands of Carson. Touchdown! Chris Carson, 49 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. On the move to his left. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So their second touchdown of this first half, they went for 2 after score number 1. Didn't get it. Now they get the equalizer, so to speak.
So to speak, and you can understand the thinking. Because they didn't get it after the first score, they wanted to get back to a normal points pattern, get up to 14. But just think, if they missed it here, only up 12-0. 1 extra point on the other side can ultimately beat you if they score twice.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Prescott looks to throw on first. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw taken in by Cooper here.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Prescott on first down. Looking for the end zone. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. CeeDee Lamb there to make the grab. And the Cowboys are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson sliding out of the pocket. He'll check that down to Carson. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Wilson out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they got them in every direction.
So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And incomplete on the deep ball. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Both these teams going through their final adjustments before heading back out of the locker room. Time for us to go back out to Lumen Field, where we rejoin Brandon Gaudin.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway.
This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blessuan Austin.
And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first down, it's Carson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A quick throw out to Lockett. Touchdown, Seahawks. Wilson connects with Tyler Lockett, and the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well that they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
They'll try and throw for it. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A first down throw for Prescott. He finds his man complete. It's Schultz. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing. Prescott.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He finds his man complete. That's Schultz. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They'll throw again. Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Now Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Left side complete to Lockett. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll buy some time right.
Open man is Eskridge. That's complete.
And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. They'll run on 1st down. Carson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well. I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Wilson wants to throw it. Rolling to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson.
And this will go to Carson out wide.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. So the victory.